John Boy is live on YouTube. How y'all doing today? Who we got out there? I need to turn that speaker off. Oh, y'all hear all that? Testing. Still trying to figure this thing out. Mike Smith, how you doing out there? I'm here somewhere in the background. I'm not too sure where I'm at. I hear some static. I think it's coming from this phone. But yeah. Face the sky. How you doing? Yeah, I echo a lot because I hate to repeat myself. So I figure an echo will help repeat without me having to repeat. Oh yeah, I just mess around here and there. Hey look, I haven't taken it out of the package yet, but I got my little pig nose. Where can you see it through? I'm holding it right. But anyhow, that's my little pig nose right there. Oh man, y'all can only imagine what I'm gonna use that for. Yeah, I hide back here. I'm not trying to be famous. Hey, is the music too loud or anything? Cause I don't want to overpower anything or underpower anything. I wish in my ears I'm hearing static, but I don't know if I'm hearing it in the videos when it uploads. So anyhow, look, I was over here. Where am I at? I was over here, and I think this is the one. Yeah. Y'all listen to this.
You're about to see one of the most perfect responses ever from President Trump when the corporate media during a press conference today with the Japanese president tried to manipulate him. Now, the old Trump was amazing, but some of the time he take the bait and reportedly didn't like
my bad. This daggum stuff just, the news changes so much. Be quiet, Alex.
It's something the corporate media really believes.
I don't know, man. The one I found was all the money, and that's only a small percentage. That USAID or whatever. That was like only 4% of the government's budget, but look how much money they found in there, and think how much more. Man, think about the black projects. The Area 51 projects. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to the one I was gonna show. But look, I gotta check this out. Where am I at? Wait a minute. Where am I at? I'm right here. I started a new X channel over here. I'm putting stuff over here. I've been asking Grok stuff, like how many different dimensions do you operate within, and then it tells me it's here in 3 dimensions. Or look, it says you gotta read the wordings, man. It says I operate within a 3-dimensional understanding of the universe, much like you do. So you see, what we conceive or perceive as 3-dimensional is what what we're seeing, but it's more than that. You see what I'm saying? When they say the understanding. Anyhow, however, my data processing and conceptual framework allow me to handle information that might be considered multidimensional in a metaphoric sense. Metaphoric, why'd I say? I can't hardly have see. But anyhow, then it goes in. And then I was asking about these orbs that are up in the sky, and it gave me I was like, no, I said wrong. I don't want the humanoid explanation of the orbs. What are the physical silver orbs flying in the, well, they should have been flying in the sky. Then it says the physical silver orbs you're referring to, which have been observed flying in clouds, are often cited in UFO, UAP reports. Now I cannot see, y'all. My eyes are going bad. But anyhow, there's a little squirrel. I was out there playing with her. She likes to lay on her back in my hand and play with my fingers. She was young and this, and she was so young. But yeah, I'm gonna do this X channel different than I did the John Boy for President. I'm just gonna strictly stick with like little squirrel here and Grok. I'm gonna be asking Grok some questions. I might do some crazy shit like this, excuse me the language. But yeah, that's a fried chicken right there. He got that daggone blunt hanging out of his mouth. Man, this plasma lighter's still holding in there, y'all. Well, that switch is going bad on it. But it's still working. Oh man, I'm sorry. I lost sight of the chat somewhere. Will, what's going on? They found a bunch of money, at least. Well, look, the way I'm looking at it, the amount they've been finding and everything, man, we're fixing to have the debt paid off, and they're going to send every citizen of America a daggum $100,000. Say, here, thanks for being an American. That would be nice, though, wouldn't it? Man, they ought to, though, man. We need a break. And that daggum crap that they sent, what do they call that crap? Them checks they sent out. Man, that was bull crap. That was taxpayer money. They paid you with the money you already paid in. Oh, man, it's so crazy. These people are out of their minds. And they're losing their minds. And there's a new disease out called Elon derangement syndrome. Trump derangement syndromes. But look, I'm telling y'all, Elon's out there flaunting like he looks like that kid that got over on everybody. And he's like, in your face. I mean, I don't like that kind of attitude. And Trump, man, that joker. Yeah, you're starting to see the musical notes coming out of that Trump. That joker's something else. I'm trying to read the chat on my phone. I know, it would be nice if they'd send some daggone money. I could use it. I'm telling you, man. I was sitting there listening to the news this morning, or yesterday morning, because I was going to catch the weather. You know, it's local news. They try to ride the fence, you know what I mean? But, they said that the average American makes $65,000 a year. I'm like, well, I'm above average, because I am a one-man body shop, you know what I mean? I bring the wrecked car into the shop. I straighten out the frame or whatever it needs. You know, do the metal work on the body, do the Bondo work, do the primer work. do the spraying work, do the refinishing work and buffing and everything. And then I get the car out and it looks like it never hit a daggum deer. Or whatever it hit. Or whatever hit it. But yeah, I'm above average, I figure, on, my skill set as far as a worker. But I don't even make half of what they say I should be making. I'm like, hang on, if the average American is making $65,000 a year, why the hell ain't I? I mean, come on. It's just crazy. Oh, Lord, I don't know if that... I gotta get the right mic going or to do the hot mic thing and cut in and out, and I don't like it when it does that. I like having a little background music in my actual background, and it kind of helps on the copyright. But yeah, I was sitting there, I just started this dadgum, I just started this one February. Matter of fact, yesterday, I just started this. If you go to my page, my YouTube page, it's in my community post, which is now called post. It used to be community post. I don't know, maybe community was taking too many gigabytes. I don't know, they had to eliminate it. But yeah, I've only got one subscriber or one follower, and that would be me. But yeah, I was sitting there asking Grok some questions this morning. And it just basically, this is the question I need to ask it. Let's ask Grok a question. And I'm going to make it simple. Check the facts. What? I thought I already set them up. I set them up on my phone, and now I got to set them up on this. Yeah, we're not going to do all that right now. But I was going to ask it. I was going to say the answer has to be yes or no. And the question is, are you nothing more than a glorified search engine? Because that's basically what it told me it was this morning. Because I'm like, it's not the actual AI, it's a simulated AI. It's not the one that's living in that absolute zero chamber at CERN. I'm telling y'all. Man, y'all'd be amazed to find out that AI that's at CERN was dug out of the bottom of a pyramid. But who's to say? That's just a conspiracy. Just a conspiracy. Oh man, I forgot I got the chat over here. Hang on. I guess this Roku thing is doing pretty good. Yeah, I wished I made $65,000. That's how come I was like, hang on, something's wrong here. And then I'm talking to my boss about what's going on. He goes, you need a lawyer. I go, yeah, I need a job where I can afford a lawyer. I mean, I told that to the owner of the company. He still don't get it. He ain't paying me enough. And when I told him to his face, man, he got so mad and everything. I just basically had to sit there, and the only way I can work there is to just not say nothing to him directly. That doesn't mean I can't be in that shop ranting and raving and saying what's on my mind, because I do that all the time. It's my First Amendment right. Yeah, well, I mean, if I was doing it, and this is the whole deal, man. This is what scrogged me up. All right, about a week ago, or what, 2 weeks ago, I left for south of Mobile, Alabama. It's like 404 miles one way. I get down there, my mom's getting a hip replacement, I spend 5 days down there sleeping in a sleeping bag on a daggone concrete floor in $1 million house on a golf course. My boss texts me like on Wednesday or Tuesday or something. He's like, when do you plan on coming back in? Well, my mom had her surgery on Monday morning, but she couldn't wake up out of the anesthesia or whatever real good, and it took all the way to like Thursday at noon before she got out of the hospital. And then I left, I think, Friday morning. I'm like, I'm out of here. And I forgot where I was going with the story. Oh, Lord. Damn. I forgot what I really did. I forgot where I was going with that story. It was something about, I don't know, but look, my truck only gets 16 miles a gallon, right? So that's 808 miles round trip. So you can figure up how many 808 times 16.4 miles to the gallon. That's how many gallons I used in that round trip. And a gallon of gas was like $3.59 a gallon. So, I spent some cheese, man. But anyhow, I know where I was going with that story. When the boss texted me, it kind of pissed me off. I was like, you know what? I just texted him back. I'm not too sure right now. And then I skipped a couple of lines. Then I put, I hope my mom doesn't die. I knew she wasn't going to, but that kind of shut him up. He's worried about, look, every time, and I don't make 20. All right. He charges, I think it's $75 an hour shop time. He only pays me $15, and I mean it's like this. I'm basically a money machine for him, and for every hour I'm there, he makes $50. He's only got to spend $15 an hour to make $50 an hour. So he wants me there every hour. He don't want me leaving early. It's so hard to leave early, and I figured it out. Because if I had a machine, I could put a 20 in and spit out 100 every time. I mean, if you were down to your last 20, and this machine will spit out 100 if you put that 20 in it, are you going to be stupid and not put the 20 in it because it's your last one? Or are you going to sit there and whatever 5 times it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It just kind of pissed me off. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to, because I used to do mobile body work. Back then I had a Suburban. I had that Suburban set up, air compressor in it and everything. I was a mobile body shop, man. I had all my paints, sandpaper, buffing compounds, buffers, sanders, everything, tools, everything. I'd go to these car lots and look, in an 8-hour day, I wouldn't even have to do 8 hours. In 6 hours, I could make as much as it takes me to work 40 hours. 5 days. I'm wasting dadgum valuable time. Oh, God. I could be making a paycheck a day, right? So I'm like, all right, when I get home, when I get to work, I'm going to go to work Monday. And I'm going to tell the dude I'm not stepping foot in there until I get paid $25 an hour. And I get a bonus. Right? And if you can't do that, I'm gone. Because where I'm at, I'm 22 miles from like 5 major towns that's got a lot of used car lots in it, right? So I could be making $500 a day. You know what I mean? That's $2,500 a week. I can make in a week more than I'm making in a month. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I drive back from Alabama, get here, and I get my mail from the post office, and I got a letter from Homeland Security sitting there telling me my license are going to be revoked due to a medical something or another. Man, I don't go to doctors. How do I have a medical problem? And, well, they said lack of medical information. So, I don't know. So anyhow, my license is going to get suspended. So it blew the idea of being a mobile body shop out the window. So I had to go up there and act like I wasn't never going to quit and never ask for a raise and this, that, and the other, and just sit here and know I'm making this man so much money and I'm sitting here suffering. But yeah. But anyhow, I don't know, man. I was going to show this Alex Jones crap that I saw talking about all that money. And I can't find it now. What is this? My internet's real. I mean, it must be fixing to rain when it starts buffering this bad. Oh man, I'm sorry I ain't keeping up the daggum chat, y'all. I got to. Wow, I was fixing to be self-employed. It's a hassle, man. When I mean, seriously. You got to go to these car lots and you got to sell yourself to the car lot and tell them the service you're providing and everything, and then they might give you a car to do to see what your work looks like, and you know, always get the job. Seriously, I mean, it's not a problem. Man, this thing is just not going to do anything, is it? Oh, there's the chat. But yeah, I mean, so now, what it is, I pissed that daggum judge off in Henderson, I guess. I don't know. And he must have put in some order that he needed me to have my license revoked. And I find that is, you know, just because I hurt his fucking feelings, excuse my language. Look, I go in there for a made-up ticket of going over a fog line, right? And he asked me, do you plead innocent or guilty? And I looked at him and I said, I want to invoke my Sixth Amendment right. And he looked at me all like, what? And he was cocking his head back and forth, just, you know, like, what? And after about 20 seconds, he goes, what's that? I go, that's my right to a jury trial and representation. The judge don't know what the Sixth Amendment is, and it deals with being in a courtroom. I mean, really? So I made him look like a fool. And, anyhow, he wound up being the judge and jury. She testifies I went over the line. I get to question her and ask her if she wants to continue to perjure herself in court. And then I testified to the judge that I not only did I not go over the line, I did not even touch the line. And as soon as I said I didn't touch the line, he started gabbling his dadgum desk and said, guilty. So then I walked over to retrieve my ticket receipt for how much I owe in fines. I snatched that out of the clerk's hand and I turned around. I went right back to that judge's desk. And when I stepped up to it, I made sure my toes hit the bottom down there. And I pointed my arm across his desk into his face. And I sat there and said, I'm going to appeal your decision. And then I got escorted out by the assistant chief of police, that is. Man, that assistant chief on 3 different occasions has escorted me out of that daggone courtroom. Bogus. The first time I was in there, and I was whispering to people, right? I'm like, do y'all realize what your 4th Amendment is? And, you know, your 5th Amendment, your 14th Amendment's your right to safe passage down any public highway without fear of being stopped. Then the daggone assistant chief of police jumps up. Hey, you need to stop giving out legal advice. Now, look, this is 20 minutes before court's even going to start, right? And I looked over at him. I go, I'm not giving out legal advice. I said, I'm just telling people about their constitutional rights. He goes, well, you need to shut up. And I looked at him. I go, you need to know what the First Amendment right is. And he goes, you need to get out of here. I go, make me. And then he escorted me out. Oh, they took me all the way across the courthouse to the other side and told me to sit in that bench. I couldn't see or hear anything in that court. I figured they were going to call my name, act like I didn't show up. But anyhow, yeah. That's why I have this little piggy nose. I'm going to take it out of this package. Let's see what it is. I usually can figure out. Oh, there we go. It's going to look cute when I drive through town tomorrow. Piggy nose. Excuse me, I should have muted that. Straight from China. I wonder what kind of residue was in there. I just got in my nasal passages. Oh man, yeah. And then, like I said, I got my tactical vest. I'm going to make that my First Amendment vest, where I have cameras and batteries. Alright, that makes this mic must pick up. It sounded like you'd hear a lot of wrinkling. What does it say? Most of the budget is going. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I was doing motorcycles. This one guy, man, I barely got it painted and was putting it together when he came to pick it up, and he drove it from Jackson, Tennessee to like St. Louis, Missouri for a bike show. And he told me when he got up there, he's like, those people were like, that bike looks like it's still wet. And he goes, it is. But it was cool, man. It was old Ninja. And I painted it Geico green. And let's see, I had to darken something. It's hard to explain. It was a motorcycle you could never get a real picture of because it changed. Wherever you moved, you would see you'd see double pinstripes, single pinstripe, or no pinstripe, or you'd see some ghost flames and then not see them and see them. And I had skulls that were popping in and out. Because I mean, people do flip-flops, but I flip-flop artwork on it. It's weird. I don't know how to explain how I do it, but I do it. And it got called the skull bike. And when you saw it, they had the side panels on it, right? Well, from the distance, it looked like a big skull. But when you walked up to it, it turned into like 3 skulls and a lot of little skulls all around it. Yeah. And then I had to repair it. It'd been wrecked and stuff. And those side panels, how they got those little tube things molded in. They were broke off and stuff, right? So I repaired all the broke stuff, and it lasted. And then one day he was, I guess, doing like 120 or something. Side panel come off, but he brought it back, and it had my artwork on it, but that's what was on the road spinning. It kind of messed it up. And but anyhow, what I repaired didn't break. It was the factory repairs that come loose on it. So anyhow, I actually duplicated the airbrushing I did with the skulls, and you couldn't ever tell that anything had ever happened to that. I've done so many daggum Harley, I don't know, the ones that's got the daggum fiberglass saddlebags and all that shit. There's like 14 pieces to paint in one of them. Whew. I finally got the cigarette lit. But yeah, I don't know why this is saying Alex Jones up there like that. Now what is this? Oh, this is... No, they done changed this up. Look at that. It used to be lined up. But yeah, that's my new X account. And I'm gonna be messing with old Grog, man. Me and Grog gonna come to understanding. I wanna talk to the big dog. Oh, squirrel. Uh-oh, what happened? She's so crazy. She's still like that. She's almost adult size looking. Man, she sees me, she'll come straight through. She just beelines to me. Oh man, I forget I'm... But yeah, anyhow, look, I'm gonna get off of here, I guess, man, because I don't know, I need to get some stuff done. I mean, all day today, it's felt like it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm looking at the clock, I'm like, man, it's not even, it was like 9:16. I've been up since like, what time did I get up this morning? 3? Somewhere like 10 after 3 or something. It was 3 something. I know it was before 3:30. And this whole day, man, it's felt like it's been almost over. But I mean, right now it's not even 1. What time is it? 15 to 2, man. I'm like, damn, I still got time left. Time kind of slowed down today. Or something, I don't know. But look, y'all have a good day out there. Old John boy.